So something traumatic happened today.
Oh no.
So basically, it was like 10 a.m. We'll say 10. And I went into the kitchen. I was feeling hungry. I did not eat breakfast, but I needed to eat something. So I pulled out my Old Faithful mid-morning snack option, which is just a tortilla with peanut butter on it.
Oh.
It's quite good. And it's like, okay, we have a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, and a carb. Great, perfect, done. So I make it and I start eating it, and I was like, this tastes weird.
Was it moldy?
So
Oh,
I
no.
had given a little bit to Hope, and I was eating it, and I was like, okay, this just is off. And then I flipped over the bag of tortillas. The whole bottom is just like a whole community grew there.
No.
And
Gross.
I was just like, awesome, cool. I just, yeah, it was so disgusting. I immediately spit it out. I took it away from her. I was like, sorry, girl, I'm going to get you something else. But I was like, well, you know what? This will make a good story later.
So nasty.
It was disgusting. It was horrible.
Gross.
And I just felt ill for the rest of the day. I feel fine now. I drank so much water immediately following.
Flush that crap out.
And I had a headache the rest of the day. I don't know if that is correlated.
I don't know if you can get. Well, I don't know. Bread mold is generally pretty benign.
Yes, definitely.
Like, it's not gonna poison you instantly.
I am allergic to penicillin, so like mold
What?
scares me. So I'm like,
what? How wild if you just got like a low level dose of penicillin from your cabinet. Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Yep. So on that note,
One time my brother visited me and I gave him pineapple that I had in my fridge and he just ate it. And then later he was like, does pineapple usually taste fuzzy? And I was like, no.
like,
if
are
it
you
was fuzzy, why did you keep eating it?
like, are you allergic to pineapple?
Oh
Perhaps.
my
Like,
goodness.
that's really funny. Pineapple makes my mouth all tingly.
Yeah. No, he meant it had mold on it.
Oh,
Like it was fuzzy. Like actually fuzzy.
Oh my gosh.
And he just didn't even think, like he didn't.
Is this the youngest?
No, the middle one.
Oh.
I know. But to be fair, this was probably in like it was pre-COVID. It's like
okay.
2019.
So younger.
So yeah, he was probably like he was a teenager.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'll let it slide. Oh man.
I was like, if you ever come across a food that is fuzzy ever again and it's not a kiwi, don't eat it.
Yeah, or a peach. Oh goodness. Well, welcome back to the Pursuit of Yappiness podcast. The podcast where
hosts.
we yap.
Oh.
Yes, we're your hosts, Daytona.
And Michaela.
And this is a podcast where we yap.
And you listen.
Yep. Yeah. So it was pretty disgusting. I was very displeased.
Yeah.
And
I will be neurotically checking my tortillas from now until the end of time.
I just opened them like yesterday.
Ew.
It was
They must have
horrible.
already been contaminated.
Yeah, because like they weren't expired, they were brand new.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
But also tortillas are like, you can keep those in your cabinet for years.
Forever. I know. That's why I was offended, honestly. So yeah, I could not believe how just overnight it was.
Yeah, the
it was
packaging
bad.
must have been compromised or something.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it was already moldy and you just didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't
once
know.
got at a BJ's, I got a pack of like pizza crusts. And I bought it and took it out to my car. And when I was putting everything in the car, like unloading the cart, I noticed that it was completely blue.
Disgusting.
Like just bluish green blobs all over. So luckily I hadn't left. I just walked back in and showed it to them. And they were like, yeah, you can switch that out for a different one.
Well, that's nice. At least, I mean.
But now whenever I buy pizza crust, I make sure to check it.
Yeah, I'm going to be very, like, anytime. I'm traumatized now. So whenever I go to get a tortilla, I'm going to be inspecting it.
At least it'll be pretty obvious because it's like a very flat surface.
Yeah.
It's not going to have anywhere to hide.
No, not at all. Unless it hides in between the tortillas.
But when you pull it out of the bag, you can flip it over.
Right, yes, yeah. Well, the tortilla itself was fine. The one I was eating was fine. But the bottom tortilla was just completely covered in mold. It was gross.
Or you could just like store them in the freezer.
Yeah, maybe.
I keep all my bread in the fridge/freezer.
I keep all mine in the fridge too. Yeah. I usually keep my tortillas out of the fridge, like on the counter.
Yeah, I put them in the cabinet because they keep for ages. Bread will mold in like a day.
Yeah, but I always keep bread in the fridge or freezer. But yeah, fridge if it's gonna get used soon. Freezer if it.
Yeah, there's like the backup freezer loaf.
Yes, exactly.
And then the loaf that you're currently eating in the fridge.
Yes, yes. But I feel like things have been utter chaos. Obviously, not even talking about the state of the world.
No, like
because,
in your personal
but
life.
like my personal, yeah, because like obviously there's construction happening in the apartment, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, it will be all done.
Yes, please.
But
please,
yeah,
God.
because like the girls did not really nap today because of that. Like because there were guys in our apartment today, like fixing the trim around the windows and all the stuff and putting the heaters back on the wall.
I was gonna say, did they reconnect the heaters?
Yeah, they did. So yeah, it was just one thing after another today. And you know, the mouse that thankfully was not in our home but in my in-laws' home, and that was also very stressful. It was very cute to look at, but I don't want it in my home. So yeah, it's just we're all over the place right now, folks, but it's okay.
Yep.
It's a distraction from the outside world, at least.
Internal chaos replaces external chaos.
Yes, exactly. And at least the internal chaos is not as
alarming.
Yeah, and just
and
like
also
gut wrenching
temporary.
and depressing and going to destroy people's livelihood. So
anyway.
It's crazy. When I was at the grocery store today, for whatever reason, they have all these signs up that say prices are falling, and I'm like, to where? Hell? Like
what?
like girl. Like,
do they just mean like they're having a sale?
I don't know. I
what?
I have not a clue. But there was just signs everywhere in the parking lot and in the store. Prices are falling! ! And I'm just like, how? When are these prices going to fall? Like,
yeah,
I would
don't
like to
believe
know.
that for 1 second.
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store and got 1 week's worth of groceries with no meat, and it was $80.
Ugh.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
That's how much we would spend for like a 2-week grocery trip during COVID.
Yeah. Well, back then you had half as many people in your family.
Well, but like even still, like, and we were vegetarian at that point in time too.
Yeah.
So we never bought meat.
Yeah. I mean, I say no meat, but the meat these days isn't even the most expensive thing. It's the prepared stuff.
Yes.
Like the things in the middle aisles.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. The prepared food is out of control. I mean, you want a frozen pizza? That baby's going to be like
$12.
Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. For a good one anyway.
I know.
The store brand subpar ones are like $7 still though.
Still too many dollars.
Yeah, way
I
too
can
many.
get a Domino's for
Right.
less than that.
Right. I'm like, I might as well get Domino's.
Speaking of
well.
which, I got a coupon in my email today, 50% off menu price pizzas all week from Domino's.
Oh.
So
I
by the time
probably-
this comes out, it will be over. But
I probably got that email too.
yeah.
I'm on the Domino's email list.
Just got an email that someone is using my Netflix account.
Oh.
I don't know who this is. I need to change my password.
Stressful.
The problem is that I have so many family members who, I don't have any other people who use my Netflix account.
Yeah, wait.
None.
How are people using your Netflix?
They're not, but hypothetically, if they were to do that, it's if you use it on your phone or laptop, like a mobile device,
I tried that.
it
didn't
doesn't
work.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
So it might be coming for you. Yeah.
Well, it's my account, so I'll be
Well,
fine.
yeah, you'll be fine. It might be coming for them.
Yeah, because like if it's your account and you have a phone, you can go wherever you want and use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
but it will be like it. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
how does it know that it's not that your phone isn't part of the household?
I don't remember what it said, but it basically somehow knew that it was like, I don't know about this, and it was just like, okay, Netflix, thanks so much.
There has to be a way around it though, because what if it was actually your phone and your account? Like you have to be able to hook up your phone to your own Netflix account.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they verify things. But it was very frustrating because I'm like, I'm just trying to prepare because there are multiple things that will be coming out in the next year, and
Yeah.
I want to watch them. Bridgerton, Stranger Things,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to have to,
Well,
go over to their house every time I want to watch a show.
I mean, we can play around with it.
Yeah,
and see if
we'll
there's
see.
a way
We'll
around
see. I'll just come here to watch Bridgerton.
Yeah, I mean, you're like 2 feet away. We can do combo podcast recording and movie night.
Perfect.
Or TV
Perfect.
show night, whatever.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of which, we need to watch episode 2 of Going to Space Fire.
Yes,
Women.
please. Yes, please. That will be what we're doing after this. So, next podcast, maybe we should have done it before so we could talk about
That's okay. The people are probably like, please, no more firemen.
Please stop
I'm
talking
done."
about 911. No, literally. It's fine.
I love it so much because you cannot predict what is going to happen. It's one of the only shows I've ever watched where I've legitimately been like, what?
Man is just chilling in the ocean on a boat, gets eaten by a whale.
Yeah.
Let's
a
go.
humpback whale, not even a predatory whale.
Just opens its mouth and
Like Jonah in the
Yeah.
cartoon.
literally. Oh, good grief.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Jonah and Bible stories,
Okay.
I have something that's slightly not usually what we talk about,
Okay.
but I liked it and I would like to share it if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a like women's gathering, like where you just like sip tea and chat thing at church. And I got way more out of it than I normally get from like a regular church service.
Well, there you go.
I just really liked it, and I felt like the person who was presenting it was very sincere, and I was like, this is applicable to my life, which I don't know about you, but growing up evangelical, I nowadays sometimes feel like church always says the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again, and I'm like, yes, tell me something I haven't heard 10 billion times.
Right.
So I appreciated this. Basically, I'll try to summarize it. She was talking about how we will, pray to God and ask him for stuff, like let me find my dream job, or let me find my husband, or let us be able to afford to buy a house, or like I really want a baby, or whatever.
Right.
And people in church always talk about how, like, you know, you have to be okay with God's timing, and like he might say no and you don't understand why, but he knows better than you do, and you have to kind of accept it. And if you just persist in your faith, in your prayer, then like the best thing that could happen will come out of that. Right?
Yeah.
The example that she used was the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which, if you're not familiar, to summarize the story, it's in Daniel chapter 3. There's a king named Nebuchadnezzar who sets up a golden idol, and he commands everyone to worship it when they hear music playing, like specific music. And the punishment for not doing this is that you'll get thrown in a fiery furnace. And there are 3 Jews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who refuse to bow down to the idol because they say, you know, God told us not to worship idols. And there are people in the kingdom who snitch on them and tell the king that they're not doing it. And Nebuchadnezzar summons them because he's furious. Chapter 3, verse 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in furious rage, commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought. So they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar answered and said to them, "Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image that I have set up? Now, if you are ready when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, to fall down and worship the image that I have made, well and good. But if you do not worship, you shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. And who is the God who will deliver you out of my hands?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If this be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." So then after that, the king is filled with rage. He orders the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than normal, and he throws the 3 guys in, like ties them up and throws them in. And everybody's expecting that they will die. And then the king, verse 24, the king Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose up in haste. He declared to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" They answered and said to the king, "True, O king." He answered and said, "But I see 4 men unbound walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the appearance of the 4th is like a son of the gods." And they come out and they're unharmed, and basically the story is like the 4th man in the fire, which is a catchphrase that you hear a lot in Christian circles. The 4th man in the fire was like God being with them in the midst of their turmoil and their punishment or whatever.
Right.
And so people focus on the end of the story. They focus on the, like, you know, do what God commands and God will protect you. God will come through for you. God will be there for you in your trials.
Right.
And which, you know, that's true. I'm not saying it's not true, but that's the part that people focus on. And when I was in this, you know, mini Bible study thing, she was saying that we also have to be prepared for if things don't turn out the way we want them to.
Right.
Which I've heard before, but I never heard it like put in parallel with the story, because they were saying like, we believe that our God is able to deliver us from the furnace. And then verse 18 says, "But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." And so her whole thing that she was talking about was the "but if not." Like, who am I in the "but if not"? Like, if my dreams never come to fruition, if I'm never able to get married, have a child, or buy a house, or have a specific career, or whatever, overcome an illness that's plaguing me, you know, whatever. She didn't specify what thing she was thinking of, but for me, I was thinking of getting a house, you know, because that's like one of my main goals right now. And I feel like a lot of the things I want to do in my life are held back because I don't have one.
Right.
And it's really frustrating to sometimes to like watch the state of the economy crumble around our ears and be like, well, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But it did really just made me think, like, in the but if not, will I still follow the path that God has for me? Will I keep my dignity? Will I stick to my convictions the same way that these men did in so much more danger than I probably will ever be in?
Right.
I don't know. I liked it a lot. And then we were talking, like, the women in the group were sort of putting forth situations in their lives where, like, they had a situation where they wanted something to go a certain way and it went a different way and they didn't know why. And then, 20 years down the line, they were able to look back and be like, yep, that was the best possible way that it could have gone.
Yeah.
But you don't know it in the moment.
Right, of course.
And my husband is a teacher, and he sometimes, questions, am I making a difference? Am I doing enough? Are these kids learning anything from me? Because with teenagers, it's so hard to know. Like, they're just...
Especially that age,
they don't care about anything.
Like,
and they put on this facade of, like, I'm too cool for school, like, whatever. So it's hard to know as a teacher if you're making a difference. But in this discussion, I was like, sometimes the things that you go through and the way that things that turn out, the lesson that is supposed to be learned from that is not even for you.
Right.
It's for someone around you or someone else. And, like, you're not necessarily always going to be around to see the outcome of,
right,
what happened in your life. But God knows. And that's partly why he had it work out that way.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just really like that. And I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, in the but if not, who am I? Like, what kind of a person am I going to be?
Totally. Well, that's why it's like, I think who you are deep down ends up kind of revealing itself in times of, like, chaos or not getting our way or, despair, things like that. Like, that's why they say, like, oh, don't marry someone until you see them, like, go through something hard, And
also, like, who your real friends are when you are going through the crap.
Yes. Like, when you're going through difficult times, like, who your friends are, who your loved ones are, and who you can trust, who you can't trust. And, it's so true.
Yeah. So true. I mean, for me, it's like, I want to be the type of person who retains my integrity if things don't go the way that I want them to.
Right.
I want to be able to, like, look back in 20 years and say, I made the most of the situation I was in.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, it obviously in the context of the Bible study, it was like, will you be okay if God has a different plan for you than you have for yourself?
Right.
But I think even if you take out sort of the religious context in just, like, a day-to-day thing, it's like,
it's still
what kind of person am I when I don't get my way?
Yes.
But also, in the state of the world crumbling around us, it's like, yes, do I still persist in hope that, like, politicians will turn around and things will start improving and that eventually someday Trump won't be in office and maybe we can fix some of this damage that's been done?
Yeah.
But also, but if not, like, what am I going to do?
What am I going to do about it? Yeah. No, totally. I think, it's good stuff to think about and to be proactive in because, obviously I am very displeased with the way things are right now. And
it's terrifying.
It's terrifying. It's horrible. People are, like, livelihoods are at stake. Families are at stake. I mean, people are being ripped out of their homes, and it's just so much horribleness all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, how did we get here? Like,
I know I've been seeing on Facebook, my, like, feed is full of all of these, like, hacks for people who can't get their SNAP benefits because the government is shut down.
Yep.
And I'm like, what are we doing that we're literally in a society where we're giving each other Depression era food hacks?
Yeah.
To, like, not starve to death.
Yep.
On Facebook.
Yep. It's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
It's horrible. It's like I can't believe in this country this is happening.
The year of our Lord 2025.
Yes.
In
Like
the United States, oh America.
yeah, it's horrible, and I wish I could do more to help, but I am a person that is going to end up needing help. So it's like, and that's a hard place.
But it's
to be,
also
so.
like the grand scale of it seems very overwhelming.
Yes.
But it's really just a starfish situation where like you have to do what you can in your community for the people that are around you.
Totally.
So,
but yeah, I think, you know, who am I going to be right now, even though literally everything is collapsing?
I know. I'm going to be the person who has a funky little podcast that can bring people out of their funk, if even for 20 minutes.
Yes. Hopefully, if you're listening to this in the car or wherever you are, just like, you know, I hope that this can be an encouragement, I guess, that, you know, there's two random people who are rooting for you.
Yes.
Unless you're a bad person, in which case I pray for your downfall.
We're rooting for you to change your mind.
Okay. Yes. Fair.
We're rooting for you to find empathy.
Yes, please. I beg of you. Yeah. Yep. But yeah. Have you reading any good books lately?
So today was Stuff Your Kindle Romance.
Ooh. Is it still going on?
Daytona?
Is it for the rest of the next 24 hours?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I can send you the link.
Yeah, please.
Daytona, some of these books,
I can't
these
wait.
people need Jesus so bad. I'm not here to shame anyone, but at the same time, I scroll through and I read the summaries, the tags in particular.
Yes, the tags.
And I'm like, ew.
Hashtag why choose.
Yeah. Like,
that's how I feel reading Throne of Glass right now. I was like, this isn't turning into a why choose, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but anyways, we can talk about Throne of Glass in a minute. I finished it today. I'm obsessed.
Oh, okay.
I'm obsessed with both of them. But anyway.
But yeah, first of all, every single cover is the same.
Well, yes.
It's a swoopy font with the author's name on the bottom of the cover.
Yes.
And then a block font with the author's name, or with the title of the book on the top of the cover.
Yes.
And then in the middle is just a man's shirtless torso.
Yes.
No head, no legs.
Just rippling abs.
Yes. And then all the titles are like stud muffin or like it's just
oh no.
A couple of the titles actually had like profanity for penis in the title, and they had like
in the title
they'd replaced the vowels with asterisks.
Oh my
and I was like, what are we doing here?
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know.
It's not a blank of the blank and blank.
No,
or a blank of blank
that's
and blank.
a romanticy thing.
Yeah, that is romantic fantasy.
This Stuff Your Kindle is romance, and so there were different categories.
Oh.
There were 2 whole things of steamy romance,
Okay.
quotes, and then there was fantasy romance and rom-com.
Okay.
And like,
have you ever heard of hockey romance?
Yes,
that's a big
that's
thing
a
right
big
now.
Thing now. I saw a
don't
bunch
know.
of those. Sports romance in general.
Sports
There was like a
romance.
football one and whatever. I'm not into those.
Yes.
The category that makes me cringe the most, I only scrolled through part of it and I was like, I'm not into this, is dark romance.
Oh, yeah.
The tags, I was like...
No, it's like actually a little bit worrisome in my opinion. I'm like, I'm not going to judge you if that's what you read, but I am a little bit concerned for you.
Yes.
Like, I'm just a little concerned.
I know. And I get like screenshots. They're like reels on Facebook, and it has a screenshot of a page or like a picture of a page that someone has highlighted, and it's like the raunchiest, nastiest stuff, and I'm like, children go on this internet.
Well, it's often like taboo stuff, so like weird age gaps and like my father's best friend, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, also like, more than 2 people, or like
Yes. Yeah. Why choose? Why
Shape-shifting
choose?
romances. that weirds me out just a little. I don't know.
Or like bully
This
romance,
stuff
which
with violence in
yeah,
it.
violence.
I'm like,
Violence. I'm not like that's a little crazy to me. Or like,
yeah.
you know, he's a serial killer and he tried to kidnap me.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with him.
You need
and
a
I'm
therapist.
just like, yeah.
You need a therapist
Yeah.
so bad.
And like, don't get me wrong, I love a morally gray, like, shadow daddy character.
Yeah,
but like
ugh.
Rhysand is very different from like
He at least treats women with respect.
yeah. Yes.
Like doesn't objectify them.
I mean a little. I guess they
Um,
were doing that in the context of like putting on a show for everyone.
Yeah, that was fake.
it was fake.
Like the
It
only
was
reason
fake.
she did it was because she felt safe and like knew it wasn't
Yes,
real.
yes. Okay. You're so right.
I
You're so right.
don't know. I feel passionate about this.
No, I'm same. It's yeah.
It was very concerning. And some of the things I blocked them out. I can't even think of what they were specifically. But I was like, it's literally just a tag. It has like 3 words at most. And I was like, you really just made me view this with my own 2 eyes.
Oh no.
Like just that being said, I did pick up a couple that looked normal.
Nice.
I say normal. Tame
Very
in the grand
lovely.
scheme
Nice. Yes.
of things. And you know, I'm always down to discover like a new thing that's not popular on Book Talk.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Because then it's easier to get the sequels if I like it.
Yes.
And it's not a 62-week wait
Yes.
on the library app. Yeah. Okay. I will send this to you. There was another thing I was gonna say about that, but I don't remember. Anyway, that's what I was doing.
Nice.
I was just like scrolling through all these titles, being like, nope. And then, yeah, the dark romance category didn't make it very far. But the other ones, and a lot of them, especially in the Stuff Your Kindle, where it gives you like a page with a list, it has all the tags, but then it also tells you like the spice level. And so I stuck with like
nice.
middling to low.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that it has that because sometimes you never know what you're getting into.
Yeah. But one thing I will say about people who are into weird stuff like that is that they're also very into you not reading it without knowing what you're doing. You know, like they're very much like you have to consent to reading this.
Yes.
And we want to make sure you know what you're going into up front.
Right.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, nobody wants to just like stumble upon that accidentally. And that can be like wildly triggering for people. Like, yeah.
It's funny isn't the right word, but it's interesting how like people who are into sort of fringe things are also the people who are like advocating for consent. Consent.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel like that part of it needs to rub off on the rest of the mainstream
and
society.
the rest of the world. Yeah. Truly. The freakiest of people are all about the consent, which we all should be. But yes. But I finished Throne of Glass today. Love it.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, I was like, how far from the end are you?
Let me see. I can tell you on Goodreads.
Because I'm like, I don't want to spoil anything.
I'm 95% of the way.
Okay, yeah.
So I just finished. They finished the duel.
Okay, got it. So she's. Yeah.
And she talked to Nehemia about the shenanigans.
Yes. Okay.
It's basically just the like what happens next part that I haven't read.
I'm glad that we pronounced Nehemia's name the same. I'm like, I hope I'm saying this right. I'm assuming like this. It was the only way that makes sense. I mean,
doesn't matter.
Nehemiah, but very biblical.
You can tell me 6 Ways to Sunday that it's kale, and I'm still gonna pronounce it chowl in my head every time.
I don't actually know how I say it. I think I do say it's like a cowl.
Yeah.
Like
cowl, like a big hood.
Cowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I was just like, if you're gonna name your character Kale, why not just spell it normal?
Well, because then his name would be Kale.
Yeah,
but
like it is Kale, so like make a decision.
Oh man, yeah. I love it though. Dorian, Kale, I don't know who she's
Really?
gonna. Yeah.
You don't know who she's gonna pick.
I don't know
you
who
have
she's
a favorite though, right? I mean, you have to.
No, I really don't. I like both of them.
Gosh. Kale all day, every day.
I like both. I think, yeah.
If I have to choose between a dark, broody, mysterious man who has a sword and a golden retriever rich boy, it's the dark, broody, mysterious man.
Well, yes, of course.
So, what do you mean you can't pick?
Well, because there's something about Dorian that's also very sweet and very just like, interesting.
I mean, he's sweet, but like in like a cute way, not like a sexy way.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess
also because of the character that she is, I feel like she would just eat him alive.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I mean, somebody who's
she
on
needs,
her level.
Yes, but also she like deserves somebody who might like treat her like a princess as well. She can be both. The duality of women.
Katniss effect.
Yeah. Yes. Were you Team Gale when reading The Hunger Games?
I feel like he wasn't in it enough.
Yeah.
Like he was in the beginning and the end.
And then he
ended up doing something really bad. And
yeah.
so then it was like, well, but at the same time, normally I vote for the childhood best friend versus like the new guy.
The new guy, yeah.
But in the Hunger Games specifically, it was a bit iffy.
Yeah. And it like I remember in the movies, because I obviously like I read the books and then watched the movies,
right.
You know, as they came out. But I always felt that Liam Hemsworth was far more handsome than Josh Hutcherson.
Oh yeah.
No offense to Josh Hutcherson. He's
it's
handsome
on the
too,
haircut,
but yeah, the
honest.
haircut really, I mean, Liam Hemsworths have good hair.
Yeah.
It just has
but
to be said.
But also, Peeta's hair was particularly bad. Like,
yeah.
the floppy bang look
yes.
was just not great.
That was in at the time, but,
yeah. I've been watching Will Trent on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a, cop procedural detective thing.
You're really into those.
I just really like them for like when I'm doing art, like as a
it's
background
something
thing.
to just like put on.
Yeah, it's like I haven't already watched it a million times because
right.
I'm not into rewatching shows,
yes.
but at the same time it's not like high stakes investment.
Yeah, you don't have to like pay super close attention.
Right, because they all follow the same formula.
Yeah.
And then if you get a good one, the characters are like good enough that you stay interested. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because Will Trent is like the actor, like the character of Will Trent that the show's named after. His character is like a quirky Hispanic guy in maybe his 40s who always wears a 3-piece suit to work and carries around a chihuahua.
Okay.
His dog Betty. And so he's like quirky and his personality is like attractive in the way that like he's always polite to people. He's nice. He's kind. He doesn't like talk down to women, whatever. But he's not like
the bars in hell. But yes,
right.
continue.
Right. He's not like what I would consider to be sexy. And then they recently had a couple of episodes where he was having a midlife crisis, like ran away to a different state, started his life over again. And then, of course, like the criminal calls and will only deal with him and they have to like get him back to come back to work. Whatever.
Of course.
But while he was in his midlife crisis, he stopped wearing his 3-piece suits. He was wearing like jeans and a t-shirt and he was working out a lot and he grew out a beard. And the man
beard always
was sexy. And then, like, he has he comes back to work, solves the crime, figures out himself, and everyone's like, oh, you really let yourself go. Like, you need to come back to work and whatever. And then he shaves off a beard and puts on his 3-piece suit again. And I was like, man, no, you finally had your glow up and then you left it behind.
I'm fine with a 3-piece suit, but a beard is always the right way.
Yeah, but like... A 3-piece suit is fine for like an event, but not like
Right.
everyday attire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like there's something about the rugged jeans and t-shirt look with
It's
the
true.
beard that just like really, and he like fixes cars and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, this is your moment, man. You've come into your final
peaked.
form. And then he just went right back to his old ways and like shaved his beard off. And it was supposed to be like symbolic of him like pulling himself together and whatever, which in shows like shaving your beard is usually a sign that you're like, you know, getting it together. But I was just like, you made the wrong decision.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
But I mean, I've always been attracted to bearded men. So.
Yeah, same. Hence why we
Our
married.
husbands both have beards.
Has he ever shaved his beard during your
No.
relationship ever?
He did No Shave November in like 2016.
And never looked back.
And never went back.
Yeah.
Partially because his roommate told him that he had a fish face.
Oh. That's so
just like in
mean.
a joking way, but like.
But of course he took it to heart, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What?
But
how?
I don't know. I mean, when he was younger, like high school, he was significantly heavier, and so he looked, his face just looked different. But ever since I've known him, he's had a beard, and when I lived in Germany, I told him I wanted him to shave it off so that I could see it, what it looked like, but from a distance, so that if I hated it, I didn't have to see it every day. But he didn't do it, so he's always had a beard ever since I know him, which is fine with me. I told him he's not allowed to shave it off.
Jake has shaved his off before, and let me tell you, it feels like kissing a stranger. Like, I'm
Does
like,
he have a baby face?
kind
I
of.
feel like I've seen it, but I can't remember.
But for me, it's more of I mean, yes, the look is obviously wildly different than what he normally looks like, but like actually like feeling it, I'm like, ugh, who are you? Like, you're not my spouse. Who are you?
Yeah,
it's
of course, there's also a weird phenomenon where like in books, the like morally gray shadow daddy never has a beard.
Yeah, which is so interesting.
I don't understand
because you
why.
would think that they would. But
maybe it's because of the fact that they're always like 800 years old but appear to be young.
Yeah,
maybe if they grew a beard, they wouldn't look as young.
They would look older. Yeah. I don't know. There are certain characters that I imagine with a beard. Like, I imagine Cassian from Akatar with a beard.
Yeah, I guess so. But I also imagine him with like long hair and a man bun.
Yes, me too. So. I imagine Jason Momoa basically when I think.
Oh yeah.
Cassian.
Okay. That would be a good casting choice,
right? Yeah. I just think of just a big dude.
Yeah, very muscular.
Yes. But yeah. I think Jason Momoa might be a little bit too old for that role, but we need somebody Momoa adjacent.
Yeah. I'm sure that they'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really bummed that they kind of dropped the ball on like making that, but at the same time, I feel like I'm like, I honestly feel like nothing could do it justice. And like how, like nothing is going to match like the imagery that I had in my head.
Oh, absolutely not.
And so
and
it's like
that they make on a commercialized scale is going to be as good as the fan art.
Right, exactly.
So.
And also, if they didn't get Henry Cavill to play Rhys-Ann, I don't want it.
I mean, he's also a little old.
He is a little old. But
yeah, they replaced him on The Witcher, and
oh yeah,
so
didn't they replace him with Liam Hemsworth?
Yes!
That's okay. Here's the thing. Yes, Liam Hemsworth is handsome, but that is such a downgrade.
Yeah,
like
not the right vibe at all.
No,
he goes from being like an otherworldly, almost Fae adjacent type of character to being like
a
your
human
older brother.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of glad about the Akatar thing being canceled because I just feel like it would just be like porn. Like,
well, yeah,
because
probably.
like it just depends on like what kind of fan they got to work on it. If it was someone who really liked the world building and the lore and the characters,
the fantasy,
then it would be good. But
right.
if it was like people like sex,
right,
we're just gonna focus only on chapter 54 or whatever.
55, but yes. 54 is the better one.
Yes, okay. I always get them confused.
Yes. 54 is the beautiful eating soup and talking about how he was dreaming of a girl who was, or seeing the world through her eyes.
Love.
Yes, the confession of love.
Love a good confession of love.
It was so beautiful. Nothing will ever top it. So yeah, but I've heard that Throne of Glass is better than Akatar. So
yes, I think that's the general consensus.
I'm waiting. I mean, I think this. I'm hooked. I am going to pick up the second book as soon as possible.
Because I mean, Throne of Glass is not the series might be, but the first book at least is not a romantasy book.
No,
it's
not
just
at all.
Fantasy.
It's just fantasy, and like there's a little like love triangle blooming.
Well, yeah,
but
it's
so subtle. I mean, they kiss like 3 times, and
do they? I don't even remember that.
I mean, it might not even be 3, maybe 2.
I'm pretty sure.
Specifically Dorian. Sorry, spoilers ahead, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's not like a standout. It's just kind of like, I might die, whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Like, yeah.
And they never say I love you, and like they even anyway, I'll let you. I'll let you, because you didn't read the final.
She's just kind
chapters,
of like the situation that she's in, where she's like trapped by this bad king, is like not a great time to be courting men.
No, not at all.
She's just focused on survival.
Yes,
which I think is good that they wrote it that way, because it's realistic.
Realistic, yes.
That, like,
of course, she
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be
about romance when you're trying to survive.
Exactly. She's like, I've got priorities. Like, I
Yeah.
have bigger fish to fry.
Bigger problems than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that persists, and that like the romance is slow to develop.
From what I understand, it's a slow burn.
Okay, I'm not necessarily, I mean, sometimes if it's done well, I like a slow burn, but I'm not saying it because I want a slow burn. I just want it to be that it develops at a realistic speed.
Yes.
That was one gripe I had with Akatar, where it's like, you've known this man for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if you had gotten to know him a little bit more before you agreed to marry him, you wouldn't end up in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, it was very Beauty and the Beast. Like, that was the first one, you know. But yeah, obviously the person that she does end up with, she spent a lot more time with before actually, you know, saying that she was going to be with him forever. But yeah, I think I find Selena so much more of a compelling character than
she actually
Feyre
is capable of doing things.
Yes, and I mean, during the duel, when she just like keeps like getting up, I'm just like, yes, like slay your enemies. Like, have you seen that?
No.
It's like yes, slay your enemies. And I forget what else he says, but it just like makes me laugh. And so whenever I'm like hyping myself up, that's what I always think.
For those who are following along with the art wall saga, I've added a few more pieces, including the one that's like flowers around the edges. I decided what to put in the frame.
Throwback to the first episode.
Yeah, throwback. I put a little poem that says, "Some days it storms, some days it shines. This is how flowers grow." But the W-E in flowers is in parentheses, so you can also read it as, "This is how we grow."
Yes.
It's a little clever.
In the storms and the shine.
Yeah. Need both.
Yes.
Need both. So, occasionally I get sucked into Facebook Reels.
Yes.
I have a bad habit of, we call it idling. and I came across this video. Hang on, let me just refresh my memory of what I wanted to say about this. Oh, okay. It's Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Okay.
Who, those of you who are not familiar, he's famous in the D&D circles.
Mm.
Which, speaking of which, Daytona made her first D&D character this
Yay.
week. Very exciting. Anyway, we'll probably talk about that later.
Yes.
But it's a video of him talking to one of his, like, you know, co-gamer people. I don't know this guy's name, but he says, like, when you're preparing a game, and I was thinking you can apply this to any context when you're preparing to do anything with your friends, there always has to be that person that's like, okay, we're doing a marathon D&D session today, you know, morning till evening. What are we going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? When are we going to have our bathroom breaks?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to need to, like, call their kids, whatever.
Mm.
And you want to get all that stuff out of the way before you sit down, because otherwise you'll have to, like, interrupt your train of thought, figure it out, hem and haw, discuss, and you don't have a plan, and then it ends up being a nightmare.
Right.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm always that person who, like, wants to figure out the plans,
Yes.
have the logistics
You're a planner.
sorted out. And sometimes I think, like, does everyone hate me for being this way? Because I know I can be kind of aggressive about it, and, like, maybe it gets annoying. Most of the time people are grateful for it, I think.
Yeah.
But the thing that Brendan Lee Mulligan said that, like, was really funny to me is that he was like, people sometimes tell me you need to chill out. And I'm like, no, this is the chill. This is the chill, because if you have it out of the way, then the rest of the day or the rest of the plans, you can just chill and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry. This is the chill. If you try to do it the chill way, where you just ignore all these things that need to be done, it ends up not being chill at all.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was just like, thank you so much for someone just said it to the masses.
Yeah.
I appreciated it and I resonated with it. And I was like, you've worded this so well. Now I can now I can explain it to people.
Yes. Yes. That's so funny. Yes. It's true. It's true. If you don't have a plan, you might it might come back to bite you in the ass later.
Yeah, and the other video that I saw recently that I was like, that is a good way to explain that, is somebody talking about, this person's name is Janelle Marie. She was talking about how, like, specifically grandmas from two sides of the family. So, like, if you are a mom and you have children, your mom and your mother-in-law, right? The mother-in-law often complains that there's a double standard when it comes to being a grandma, where, like, your mom is allowed to, you know, do all these activities and go to these different places and whatever, and then she as an in-law can't say certain things or can't do certain things or whatever. And this person was saying that, like, we should flip the script on this double standard narrative, because with your own mom you have, like, 30 something years or however long of, like, rapport that you've built.
Yes.
And, like, calibration that you've done.
Yeah.
On, like, how to approach certain topics and how to say certain things and how to make suggestions without like getting upset or like offending the person. And so you can just say to your own mom, like, you're making me uncomfortable, or I don't like that, or please stop.
Right.
Or
There's
whatever.
not all these like social niceties in place.
And then if you turn around and use that same attitude and do those same things with your in-laws, they will, she describes it as, I have to really think about what I'm going to say. Otherwise, you get huffy and you talk about me behind my back and you cry sometimes and you make the entire interaction awkward and negative. So I have to put all this thought into how I'm going to respond, what I'm going to say,
Right.
all the interactions that we're having. And so in order to avoid that hugely taxing task, I put boundaries on what we can do and say together and where we can go and how we can hang out and whatever.
Yeah.
And so she said that she proposed that both grandmas can have the same rules. I'm happy to do the calibration process with you, but if we're going to have the same rules, I need to be able to communicate with you the exact same way that I communicate with my mom. And you're probably not going to like that.
Right.
So I was just like, that is a really good way to explain it, because it's not just for like in-laws and moms.
Right.
It's about like any relationship. Like you might treat your friends differently because you have a better rapport with one than the other, or you might talk to your parents each differently, or your siblings, or whatever. And it's just like, it's not because you hate one of them more than you than the other one. It's because it's like so emotionally draining or like so strenuous to have to interact with them.
Right. It's like, you know, being like playfully like rude banter with like your closest friend. You're not going to do that with like a person you just met, you know? Like, and so it's just, it's so different.
And so to consider, if you were on the other end of that and you're like, why does this person not interact with me as freely as they interact with someone else? Consider how your behavior may affect that. Like, if your interactions are too strenuous for them because your responses are not how shall I say, relaxed.
Right. You get what you put in, I guess, you know? And so it's like, if you perhaps are not willing to do the work to like be close to that person, then maybe that is why. So it's
anyway, just two videos for thought that I saw, and I was like, interesting. Maybe the public will benefit from this.
That's nice that you were honest and said that they were a video. A lot of people were like, I read something the other day.
Oh, no.
And by read, they mean
As
watched.
a society, we've fully transitioned from reading to just watching short form videos.
Yeah. I do still like to read stuff, like articles and things. But
nothing
books,
that's like, you know, gonna profoundly affect my life. It's all gonna just be that romantic-y stuff. Which, the other thing I wanted to say is that some of these books, I grabbed a couple on the Stuff My Kindle because they're free. I started one today. It's kind of hard to get immersed in the fantasy world when the characters' names are Jack, Devin, and Miranda. What? No, not a single apostrophe in sight. Come on.
Jack, Devin, and Miranda. Yeah, those aren't very fantasy names.
I know.
What about their last
points
names?
If you can figure out what book I'm reading based on those names. So far, they don't have last names.
Oh, that's even worse.
Miranda might, but I don't remember what it is.
They're supposed to have these like incredible last names, you know, like Sorengale and
I know. I mean, I'm only
Archeron.
9% of the way through, so maybe they will introduce them later.
Yeah.
But
that's so funny. Well, did you have a poem?
I do. I have a poem to close us out.
Perfect.
So we've both had deaths in the family this week.
That is true.
We're fine. It's all fine.
Yes.
But I found a poem called Empty Chair at the Funeral, and it's by Kim Stafford. He would fit right in. He would be the life of the party. He must be somewhere in the crowd. Is he over there with the family or with that tribe of friends? If there's a ruckus in the room, he's probably in it. Could someone grab a fork, ring a wine glass, and call out his name? Maybe he forgot something at home. When he gets back, he can give the last toast to make everyone laugh, or lead us in song. But hey, everyone, while we wait, let's sing and laugh for him. I like that.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that, like, the hardest part of someone that you're close to dying is that, like, you feel like you still have love to give them and like things to say to them, and like there's just nowhere to put it.
Yes. Yes.
So I like that because it's like a picture of how you feel like they should still be there,
Right.
and they're missing, and like you can't quite reconcile the fact that they're not there with like the
Right.
feeling that they should be there.
Yes. Yes. And I specifically like what you said, that, you know, like you feel that you still have love to give. There was something that I heard about grief once that this guy, Dr. Andrew Bowman, he is like a counselor and just like a speaker and a writer, and he said you have to grieve to the level at which you loved. And I think that's so true, because it's like, yeah.
I have another poem about grief. You just reminded me of it. When You Meet Someone Deep in Grief is what it's called. It's by Patricia McKernan Runkle. When you meet someone deep in grief, slip off your needs and set them by the door. Enter barefoot this darkened chapel, hollowed by loss, hallowed by sorrow, its gray stone walls and floor. You, congregation of one, are here to listen, not to sing. Kneel in the back pew. Make no sound. Let the candles speak.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Because it's like, you know, when you have a death in the family, it specifically in this instance, I'm not super close with the person who died.
Yeah, me either.
But it's really hard to know what to do or say for the people who are very affected by it.
Yes.
And so I really like that poem because it's like the best thing you can do is just not say anything.
Yeah, sometimes the best thing is just hush.
Be there.
Yeah.
You know, which is really hard to do.
Yes, totally.
Really hard to do. It hurts us for some reason.
Yes.
To just let the quiet be.
Yes. Let the negative feeling be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good reminder, because I keep feeling this like impulse, and it's like, what do I say? What do I do? How can I help?
Right.
It's almost like a frantic little bird flapping around in a cage.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's nothing that you can do.
Totally.
Like nothing that you do or say will make the person come back, or like will make this situation okay.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah. On that note, we will catch you next time. And you know where to find us. Instagram at YappinessPod. And if you feel like emailing us a poem, a thought, a
piece of art you're working
piece
on,
of art, a weird news article, a book recommendation,
something you want us to discuss on the pod,
a recipe,
a recipe.
Yeah. Whatever. A friendly hello, perhaps. Anything.
A glowing review.
Yeah. We will read it.
Absolutely.
So, yes. But yeah. Bye.
Bye.